Hi there. I thought today I'd show you some experiments I've been doing. This is the clay that I normally use. This is Primo. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. And then on the right here, this is Soufflé, Sculpey Soufflé, which is more of a matte finish and it's got a soft feel to it. It's actually got little fibers in it that make it quite light and strong. And then this here is Sculpey Ultralight. And you can see it's slightly off-white compared to the other two. I thought I'd experiment today by mixing some Primo with Ultralight to see if I can make souffle. So the first thing I'm going to do today is weigh them just to get an idea of how light they are. That's the Primo, that's 7.2 grams. The souffle should be a little bit lighter, and that weighs in at 6.18 grams. And the ultralight weighs in at 3.74, so quite a bit lighter than the other two. It's about 50% lighter than the Primo. It's really useful if you are wanting to make some bigger earrings or larger beads and you don't want it to be too heavy. So I've had this Primo for quite some time. It's quite old. I think the color is blush. And I thought that we would try mixing this Primo with the ultralight to see if we can make something that's similar to souffle. I decided to start with equal amounts of the ultralight and the Primo. You can see that the ultralight is really soft. It's like marshmallow. It's very soft and squishy, and it's sticky. So I'm going to run this through the pasta machine. Yeah, you can see, like, actually the fact that my Primo is dry and the ultralight's really moist might actually help me in the end. It took quite a bit of mixing to get this because the pink was so dry. And it's still a little bit sticky, stickier than souffle anyway. You can see there's been a bit of a color change. It's lightened up a bit because of the ultralight being white, and so I really didn't like this color. It was a little bit garish, so I decided to try adding some white Primo to it. And here it is. It's lighter, but I still didn't love the color. It's just a little bit bright for me. I want to make a flower bowl, and I just wanted it to be a little bit more muted, so I'm going to add a little bit of this scrap beigey color just to see if I can mute the pink a little bit. And I need a bit more. Yes, I like that pink a little bit better. It's still a tiny bit sticky, but it's workable. So I ended up actually making a Skinner blend with the rest of that beigey color. I just thought it was a little bit more interesting. You can see I experimented with making a cane, but it wasn't really big enough for what I wanted to do, so I just went with the Skinner blend colors. I've been developing these large petal cutters because I thought it would be really fun to make bowls, trinket dishes, with a variety of different petal shapes. I just think there's a lot of possibilities for different colors and textures. And you can see I'm putting the scraps back with the colors all facing the same way. so that I can put these back through the past the machine, and because I need to make another row of petals with that same blend. I'm gonna just switch the colors around a little bit. So I'm just using a circle of clay as a base, and I'm pressing the petal bases in to make sure they're thoroughly attached. I'm going to put a flower center in the middle, so that will be covered up later on. Now I'm putting the second row of petals on. I'm switching the colors around here. I can see now that the pink that was mixed with the ultralight is really quite soft, and the ends of the petals got a little bit distorted. I probably should have left the petals to sit to firm up a little bit. And now I'm going to make a center for the flower. I just rolled a really quite thick piece because I wanted a nice big round center, and then I used a bit of cling wrap to make it nice and round, and just fits in really nicely to the middle of the flower. I did think it looked a tiny bit boring. I probably should have left it the way it was or added a bit of texture. But I decided to add a little bit of bling because I thought it was a tiny bit bland looking. So I just added a bunch of these heat set crystals to add a little bit more interest. I forgot to video me putting it in the bowl. I basically just lifted it off the tile with my blade and placed it in a bowl for baking, and then I baked it for quite a while because that middle part is quite thick. I do quite like this soft looking finish on this. I think it was too soft and that's why the petals got distorted, but if I was going to redo this, I would probably just use much less of the ultralight clay. Anyway, an interesting experiment and fun making the bowl. Thanks so much for watching.